Stuck into it. Just let me know if you want to take a break or feel lightheaded. Oh. Make you a bit taller. Just adjust. There. Yeah. Cool. All right. Easy peasy. Let's get this done. So what do you do for work, Craig?
I work at the airport in the Qantas Lounge.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so get to see all sorts of interesting people in there.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Celebrities and politicians. And, been there for about 8 years now.
Yeah. What are you doing there?
I work in the kitchen.
Over.
First week I'm there, when you first start there, the manager always gets you to deal with whatever celebrities are out there.
Oh, yeah.
Just to see how you deal with it. And my third day in, my manager comes in and goes, Lady Gaga's out there, I'll serve it.
Okay.
Okay. She turned out to be an awesome person.
Nice.
Yeah,
She does seem cool, actually. She seems like a pretty nice person.
She's very cool. And then the same weekend there was also Bruce Springsteen and Dolly Parton they had to deal with.
Nice. That's like American music royalty.
Yeah.
The king and queen.
And they're all really cool too, so. But then it's often, you'll get people, one of the floor stuff running, so-and-so's out there.
Yeah. That's cool.
So and great people to work with too, so.
Nice.
Actually, once the COVID hit there for a while, we shut down for a while, so that made it a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
And then when we came back, it was sort of short hours.
Yeah.
Our manager looked after us.
That's good.
Initially, I was a bit worried if they'd have a problem with but my manager said no, not at all.
Nice. I imagine you get the occasional painful person there.
Oh, yeah. As always. And my favourite story was the Zaytana one. When I got it finished, and I went into Drake's on the way home. The lady on the checkout goes, "How much did that cost you?" And I was like, "Okay, if it's really any of your business." And I told her, and she goes, "I knew it." How did you know? Doesn't matter what I spend my money on. You're not are you my mum? Are you my wife? It's like, some people you can tell when they're just generally interested, and
Yeah.
then there's some people who want to be critical of it. I'm not hurting you by getting it. So.
Yeah. No, my wife was talking to her aunt about a tattoo that I was doing for her, and her aunt was like, "Oh, why would you get that?"
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, none of your business.
Oh, exactly.
She wants it.
It's a personal thing,
Yeah.
Do you need to have a reason?
Yeah, no.
I think it's cool. That's funny too. When I first got my first one, I kept it. I surprised my mum with it because she didn't approve, but now she's got one herself. So
Nice.
first one that I want to get redone though because they didn't turn out too good now that I compare them to what we got now. So
Yeah.
I think they might need a bit more detail or colour. I'm not sure.
What was your first one?
They're on my back there. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
Okay.
In the middle there, it's got the arms around each other, and then like a little almost calendar girl type sort of sleeves on the shoulders.
Cool.
Might look at getting them redone for them sometime.
Yeah.
And one representing my ex I want to get changed to.
Yeah, it's usually the best policy.
Look, it's an awesome tattoo and everything, but
Yeah.
every time I look at it, it reminds me of her. So
Yeah.
silly boys, you know.
Yeah.
Do it, but
It's a tough one.
I think I can possibly get it changed into Harlequin or something.
Hmm. Hey Amber, can you do a post about the stream, please? Thank you. Switch to this one.
Yeah, like Andrew works for me. He got two done here before, and he put me onto you. So,
Mhm.
yeah,
It was,
one of your pin-ups.
Yeah. Ms. Frizzle?
Yes.
Yes.
And Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Andrew.
Very cool guy.
Yeah.
He's so proud of the fact that he put me onto you guys. So. So many different colours involved in it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of different colours given that she's mostly yellow.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then again, I guess it's the shading.
Yeah.
That sort of. You've done quite a few of these pin-up sort of designs, haven't you?
Yeah, I enjoy a good pin-up.
Have you done Janine from Ghostbusters?
No, oh, I should though.
That's because that's either it would either have been April or her.
Yeah, I love Janine. She's great.
Yeah, so if you ever do that, I'll probably more than likely get that.
I'll keep it in mind. I usually kind of do them when I'm like, oh, I don't have any design work for a tattoo coming up, so I'll quickly just go, oh, let's do another pin-up.
And there's so many that you can do.
Yeah, exactly. For a while, I had a list going of just like, I'll make pin-ups of all of these things.
It's good to have that because you've always got something to.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of keeps me busy. Especially because like I work on my iPad, so I can watch TV and sort of do this all at the same time. Although last night we finished watching Only Murders in the Building on Disney Plus. Fantastic series, really cool.
I think I know that one.
It's got Martin Short and Steve Martin in it,
Oh, yes.
and
I
but really, really good. Anyway, one of the episodes features quite heavily sign language with zero like
okay.
sound. So I was like, oh great, now I have to put my iPad down.
Like subtitles.
It just made things really hard to concentrate.
So did they have subtitles for it, or?
Yeah, it did.
Okay,
But it was like really interesting because it wasn't like, you know, a lot of the time when they do sign language in a show, they talk
yeah.
over it as well. There's always someone talking,
Yeah.
but it actually had zero sound,
Okay, that's different.
which I really liked. It just meant that I had to, you know, stop working.
There's actually a like obscure horror film from the 70s called Decula, which is the same thing. The whole thing's in sign language.
Oh, cool.
It's really hard to come across in this sort of way. So many good shows on streaming at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's I've kind of watched all the ones that I sort of had the plan to watch. So I've actually been watching Cheers
Okay.
from start to finish. Just because we're like, oh, we need like a half-hour kind of sitcom
Yeah, that you can
thing.
veg out to.
Yeah. So we've been watching Cheers, which has been fun. God knows what we'll do when we finish that.
Much there.
Yeah, there's like 11 seasons of it, and we're already at like season. We're gonna be close to season 10 now, I think. So we've done all right.
Home stretch.
Yeah.
It's a new season of Harley's been started too.
Oh yeah, I want to check that out too. I've seen season 1.
Yeah, oh, great. Season 2's awesome too.
Yeah, I wasn't sure where I could stream season 2.
I bought the Blu-rays.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to find it to stream. So.
Because like season 1 was on Amazon Prime, I think.
Yeah, but it's not on there anymore.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll have to.
Yeah, I watched
Track it
Blu-ray
down.
of, season 1, season 2. So.
I've been watching Solar Opposites as well, which on Disney Plus, which is quite fun.
Okay.
It's from creators of Rick and Morty.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty fun. It's kind of like the humor of Rick and Morty without the kind of preachy side of Rick and Morty, which is nice.
Yeah. Preachy's fine, but sometimes it's a little.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, okay, I just kind of want to watch a silly
turns me off
show.
a little bit. Yeah, you don't need.
And I've been watching Letterkenny on SBS, which is a Canadian show. It's a comedy show about a little town called Letterkenny and all the weird people that live in it.
Okay.
But that's really cool.
I think the only thing I'm watching at the moment is What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, that's so good.
That's awesome.
Is the latest season out actually?
Yes, it just started. We're into
Season 3?
3.
Yeah.
It's 4, I think it's 4 episodes for that.
Okay, cool. I'll
New
go
episode
jump
drops
on
every
that.
Wednesday, yeah.
Okay.
And it's really started off well.
Yeah. Because last time, the first time I watched it, it was, I just started watching, I finished watching season 1.
Yeah.
And then the following day, season 2 came out. I was like, oh, awesome. I didn't even plan this. This is great timing. But then, of course, I had to wait
Oh, yeah.
ages for the next season. But I'm glad that's out, so I'll check that out.
Oh, it definitely is.
I love the episode where Laszlo becomes Jackie Daytona.
Yeah.
Jackie Daytona.
And he doesn't know how to drive his team.
Yeah.
Because he's on the run from it. And was it the volleyball team he's coaching?
Yes.
Yeah. I like Marja.
Yeah, no, just great. They're all great.
Oh, the characters are so much fun. And obviously how season 2 ended with,
Yeah.
Robinson died and...
Yes, and it was reborn.
Yeah.
Colin Robinson's great.
That energy vampire. Which is so true.
Yeah, we've all met an energy vampire.
And then that where he meets up with the emotional vampire.
Yes, that was great.
My favourite episode is the ghost episode.
Oh, that was good too.
And yeah, Leslie's unfinished business.
Yes.
And Narja sticks around in the little doll.
Yes. Yeah, the little doll Narja is great.
And I love the guide as well, the guide character.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome. When they're pulling his car apart,
This door.
button that says door.
I love just the council of vampires.
Oh yeah, and it's all like a lot of it's
Yeah,
like,
it's
there's
like
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes and Tilda Swinton.
Yeah, Batista. And,
Yes.
all who play famous vampires.
Paul Rubens is there.
Yeah, Narja and Nandor become the new co.
Yes, the co-heads of.
Yeah, and Nandor said, Nandor will split my throne and create big number 2.
Yes. I think one of my favorite episodes is the one where Nandor was trying to ask out that gym lady.
Oh yeah, cloak of duplication.
Yeah.
He keeps giving it, the others keep trying.
Yes. And Colin Robinson goes in, he's like, I was told there was a hot girl here.
Yeah.
I'm her. No, a hot girl. Just so blunt and horrible.
Yeah. Then it turns out to be gay in the end.
Yeah. Tom, have you seen What We Do in the Shadows?
I've only seen the movie.
Oh, you gotta watch the series.
The movie, yeah,
Movie's good, but the series
so much better.
does so much more. It's a lot of fun.
Like in the first one when the Baron or whatever's coming on and they're
Yes.
shopping for the crepe paper and stuff. So macabre. Ooh, multi-pack.
Yes. It's Doug Jones.
Yeah.
He's great.
And he's throwing the bloody coins at the guy. Please don't be throwing kitchen coins at me.
Yes.
That's one of the few things I got out of my ex. She put me onto that show.
Yeah, that's a lot of my problem is like, oh, what am I gonna do now? Like, we finished watching.
And some of it's stuff I would never watch, but thanks.
Yeah. Have you seen Garth Marenghi's Dark Place?
No, nothing.
I think you'd like that. That's
Okay. Suss
it's very strange.
it out. Strange.
British, kind of like a.
I think I might know this.
It's like a parody of Stephen King, like Kingdom Hospital kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think I might
Yeah.
know of it. Yeah. Really? Okay.
But like as like a parody,
Yeah.
it's very good.
It's always remember the show Drawn Together.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've got the DVDs, and one of the DVDs of the commentary, it's got a commentary on the commentary. Like talking over the commentary.
That's cool.
That's a show that didn't last long.
No,
It was just so un-PC and just,
it lasted long enough. I think
Yeah.
is probably.
Have you seen the uncut DVDs? Like,
No, I haven't watched them, but I'm sure they're absolutely ridiculous.
The regular versions were bad enough.
Yeah.
Oh, just some of the stuff made you go. Ugh. The character of Strawberry Sweet Cake.
Mm.
The little, obviously strawberry
Yeah.
Essentially, he's like a Nazi because of wiping out Waldorf.
Oh
people.
God.
And Captain Nero says to her, "You look awfully young there. How old are you?" She goes, "I'm 18, silly. I only taste 8."
Jesus.
It's just good to have something so we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's excessive.
On this land, and everything has to work by being funny. I think a show like that, if it was around now, it probably last longer.
Yeah, probably.
Like another show I liked from the 90s, but it was Dead Like Me.
Oh, I love Dead Like Me.
Yeah, that was such a crime that didn't last.
Yeah.
And I think if it was around these days, I think
Yeah,
it
probably.
would have, I think it was a bit ahead of its time.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone else knows it.
Yeah.
Because most people go, huh, what is it?
Mandy Patinkin was great in that show.
And I had to and when you try and explain it, it's really hard to explain
Yeah.
the basics of it. After 2 seasons they did that movie, and
Yeah. The movie didn't even have Mandy Patinkin in it.
no.
Gone.
Yeah, basically, it was like one sentence that kind of said, oh, and he was like they set the character that kind of held everyone.
Yeah.
Was even though it was great characters, he was like the emotional centre of the show.
Hmm.
And there's so many unanswered questions waiting to be answered in the show. Yeah, I tried to get so many people onto it, but in the end, everyone was like, nah.
Hmm. Yeah, this is the only time I'll do it. Yeah. It's no fun if I have to do it more than once.
Yeah. Figured that. And Andrew said he was tossing up between April and.
I did too, because I didn't think anyone would want it. I was just like,
Yeah,
I'm so happy that someone's got this.
I thought it was kind of obscure and a lot on Facebook is pretty much all that they. Last episode, what we do with the shadows, they go to a thing called the night markets,
Hmm.
and they have familiar bites.
Okay.
And there's window.
That's amazing.
Gizmo window, ready to go, all sorts of trouble.
That's cool.
Some of the other familiars are just so lame in it. Like when they go to that nightclub and they're stuck in that room,
Oh, yeah.
or when they go to the council and you've got to be stuck in the holding closet.
Yes.
Even when they go to Las Vegas, or where they give him the reward, they promote him from familiar to bodyguard.
Yeah.
They lose their sword, so they lose their powers. Bloody Frank Sinatra could be back, and it's a Chinese guy.
I love that episode where, what is it? Is it like a vampire? Is that like the scam being run by the vampire?
Oh yeah. Is it it's almost like a cult sort of thing?
Yeah. That one's a good one. Like they all run to the roof.
Yeah.
They just like stay behind.
They get their teeth and fangs removed and they go back every day. I saw every episode's great.
Yeah, they're all good.
So I wanted to make the website. Didn't know what a website.
The idea of making Matt Berry a vampire
Yeah.
is incredible.
And he's always so horny.
Yeah. It's like erotica collection.
It's one of those books.
The best.
Like when his kids mate looking at one book, put that away. The cock's too young for that.
Yes.
Matt Berry, have you ever watched? Have you watched the IT Crowd?
Yeah, that's what he's from.
He
As well.
was
Yeah.
the son of the boss that took over. When the boss.
Oh, it's just a perfectly class show though. What we do in the shadows.
No,
It's
no.
Yeah.
brilliant.
That's probably the thing he's most known for.
Have you watched Toast of London?
No?
That's got Matt Berry in it.
Okay.
That's incredible. It's basically Matt Berry as a like just an actor working in London, and
Okay.
it just the insane things that sort of crop up.
He's like half as good as he is in what we do in the shadows.
Oh yeah, no, you'd love it.
Yeah,
It's
now, or
very good.
he might have the best voice of any person in the world.
Yeah, Matt Berry is just his voice is amazing. Matt Berry, he's in IT Crowd. He's Douglas Renham. But there's like a bunch of stuff that like he's even better in that hardly anyone knows about.
Garth Marenghi's Dark Place might be a standout.
Yeah. So there's Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. There's Toast of London, which is incredible.
What we do in the shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows is great. He just anything he shows up in is excellent.
Sex great vampire.
Yeah.
Two in the shadows.
Do you know, Paul, that he is in the film Moon?
Is he?
Yeah. Like,
Rockwell, Sam Rockwell, and the voice of Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey or was it Keith Sutherland?
I think it's Kevin Spacey.
Well, that means I can't watch it.
No, you can watch it. I'll allow it. Because there's two Sam Rockwells, so it's worth it. If anything, you could just redub it yourself. He's just a voice of a robot. We'll replace him with Christopher Plummer.
There you go.
Such a lovable robot.
Hmm?
He's such a lovable robot.
He is a lovable robot. Just try and help in the last 10 years. But it's a good one. It's like a really interesting kind of thriller mystery set in space. Up at lunch.
I'm getting a lot more stuff to watch now.
Hmm.
Coming up with some suggestions. So. Quite home the Simpsons. It's truly long and magic to live. Using it as an excuse for doing like things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You would have thought they would have done it
It's such an
at
iconic
least
wall.
once.
Yeah. And no, I guess it's not typically how a reporter would dress.
No.
It's just very iconic for it.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do that in the newer films. Not that I've seen them, but
Yeah.
like, given that Michael Bay,
Yeah.
as an audition process for Transformers, made Megan Fox wash his car, you'd think that he would be okay with putting her in a skin-tight yellow jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't direct it, so.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so he probably got outvoted.
But she kind of, they have her wear like yellow in it.
Yeah.
What you expect. Harmless way to kill some time.
Yeah.
That's like most of his stuff. But. Yeah, Megan Fox, not who I think of when I think of April O'Neil.
No, not really.
She's not professional enough for booking. Is that
Yeah,
or,
it's.
yeah,
I think that like the '80s, like the '90s films got it right. Like,
oh yeah, yeah.
she's
she
great.
did, yeah. Judith Hoyle?
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And then they did that like animated thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
the CGI one that had.
Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar was that called?
Yeah, and Patrick Stewart was the villain in that.
Oh, was he? Okay.
And I think was it Freddie Prinze Jr. who was Casey Jones?
I think he was, yeah. Now she's featuring more of the games and stuff, that Shredder's Revenge, which has just come out, which is a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I might check that out actually.
Again, it's like that old retro beat 'em up sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's a ton of fun. Yeah, she beat Casey Jones as Splinter and April on it, which is good.
That's cool. I think if I got a Ninja Turtles tattoo, I would get a portrait of Splinter holding up the newspaper that says Ninja Rap is born.
Nice. Little vanilla ice. And it went far, Ninja Rap.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go. I made another funny. Ha ha ha.
That would be an awesome credit, though. Porn version?
Oh, ready to see the Ninja Turtles railing April.
No, it's the name of the Ninja Turtles one made me giggle.
Yeah,
10-inch Ninja Turtles.
that's amazing. So yeah, if you want a job in the porn industry, you want to be the guy who's coming up with the pun names for various things.
Donatello.
Donatello, that's great.
I had photos, but the costumes look great, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the names are the most entertaining thing about them.
Yeah.
There's a full
Yeah.
version of it, which there is.
I think Tom's porn version is horrifying.
It's nightmare fuel. The funniest one I saw was dudes dressed as pterodactyls.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's the Pokemon one.
Yeah.
Strokemon.
Jesus.
Think of that.
Yeah.
Drugs is what thinks of it.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah.
I do love like the fact that like the porn industry pushes a lot of technology, like
Yeah.
the fact that Betamax should have been
The
the better,
yeah, because it's the more
source.
quality, it's the more quality of
but the porn industry,
was the high quality
yeah.
format. And,
Should have called it Alpha.
That would work better now. You call it alpha and then you sell protein powder with it. People buy that shit up.
And all the insults by it.
Yeah.
it's the protein on South Park. Beefcake.
Beefcake. Beefcake.
And he's like a big, massive blob.
Yeah.
There's a good one on last night where they go to the and get the timeshare. You seen it?
No, I haven't.
Oh yeah, because they go on a vacation up there. What's your challenge stand? Thanks, right. You think you're a good skier, kid? No. You're not as good as me. And there's like
That's
a big
great.
race at the end, isn't it?
Something about those 80s skiing films.
Yeah, sports comedy.
Yeah. Just always great.
You got the hot shot arsehole.
Yeah.
And you got the. It's just a different sports, like BMX, skateboarding, skiing.
Yeah. I always wanted to make a like sports movie about a team of people who go to compete in Takeshi's Castle. Like an underdog sports movie about Takeshi's Castle. It'd be amazing.
They always win in the end.
Yeah.
They do, and then after a while they started going, oh, we can't have them win all the time, just have them learn life lessons.
Yeah, they win the heart of the people. That's
Yeah,
it's like Rocky.
yeah.
You know, like Rocky doesn't win, but he
Yeah,
wins everyone over and
and School of Rock was another one.
yeah.
They didn't win, but yeah, everyone. And then Rocky comes back to the season and wins, of course.
Yeah. And then there's just more times he wins.
Yeah. Beats up foreigners for America.
Yeah, basically, just Rocky Balboa punching the shit out of everyone.
They carried it on, what's it, Family Guy.
Yeah.
You can't go to Mars, there's no, you can't fly to Martian on Mars. You're not watching, well, yeah, and there's none for him either.
I liked. I actually read a really interesting thing about that robot. It's like a robot designed, like it's not an actual robot, but like
What are those, remote controls? Right?
yeah, but it was designed to help kids who like have like issues about like high levels of autism, like communicating. Like they found that like these and like the robots are like really good. Like the kids will have no problem communicating to the robot, and so like you can kind of use it to kind of coax kids out of their shells, and they're still used. But like basically the reason why it's in the film is because Stallone's son was autistic, or is autistic, and he was using one, and so like he was like, "This is amazing. Let's put it in the film."
Well, it's quite an open hobby.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I guess he said the young needed help when he's coming out.
Yeah, I just love the fact that the robot's there in the film. It's just so dumb. Like it's just so silly.
And now you know the reason it's in there.
Yeah.
So it's like product placement. It's good special one because I can.
Yeah.
But okay, he didn't beat up foreigners in 3. He beat up Mr. P in 3.
That's true. Yes. Yeah, it's Apollo, then Mr. T, then Dolph Lundgren,
And
then
Tommy Gunn. I can't remember.
yeah,
It's John Wayne's like nephew or something.
yeah, that's the shittest one.
Yeah,
And then
what's the one where he's Balboa?
yeah, Balboa, and is it Balboa? It's called Rocky Balboa,
Yeah. And
and then
the Creed films.
the Creed films.
And
The
now-
first Creed film's quite good, actually.
Yeah, and now they're going to do a Durago one.
Okay, that's kind of interesting.
Stallone's not very happy about it.
How do you, like, that's kind of interesting because how do you
Yeah,
make him a likable character?
they killed Apollo.
Yeah, because he's basically a murderer.
Yeah.
But then again, they made that Cruella film,
Yeah,
and like, what, we're supposed to get behind this woman who's about to murder a bunch of puppies?
yeah. Skin puppies.
Yeah.
They often do that, though. Yeah, they're not so bad. They're just that bad.
Yeah, but like, there's limits.
Yeah.
Like, you could be like, oh, I'm making a Lex Luthor film.
Are you looking forward to the Disney's Adolf Hitler?
Yeah, Disney's Hitler.
Coming of age with Hitler?
And you're like, geez, guys.
I think it would be on brand.
It would be on brand
Oh,
for Disney.
Yeah, they would, yeah.
But like, yeah, there's limits. Like,
Yeah.
Cruella is the weirdest example though, because
Yeah,
it's
you could think of other
like
ones,
she's
yeah.
just horrible.
Yeah.
And then
massacring
The
puppies.
whole point of it was like, oh, her mother got killed by some Dalmatians that ran her off a cliff. And it doesn't justify.
Really? That's the reason?
That's the reason.
Okay, so yeah, so she could have a like a...
That doesn't justify her like skinning a bunch of puppies later though.
It's like, yeah, it's justifying racism by saying, my grandpa was killed by the Japanese in World War
Yeah, like
II,
this is interesting.
I haven't seen the Cruella film, but yeah.
There's some good examples of like taking a villain and then like making a character. Like, I mean, Cobra Kai is great. That show's amazing. It
Yeah,
takes,
Yeah.
you know, there's this book series. So there's this book called Tom Brown's School Days. It's an old book, basically about a guy at, you know, a school in England, and there's this character named Flashman who is a bully, and in the book he gets kicked out of school. But then this author was like, well, I'm going to take this character, I'm going to make him the hero of this book, but I'm going to make him like the worst, most cowardly, horrible hero I can make. And like it's they really do a really good job of like, you really get behind Flashman,
Okay.
but he's a terrible person. Like, he is possibly the greatest example of an anti-hero.
It's good when they can do that, when you can get behind it.
Yeah. And like, every book, he keeps getting more and more medals and promotions, despite the fact that he's a complete coward. And like I think the first one, he gets a medal because there's a massive battle, because this is sort of during colonial England.
Yeah.
There's a massive battle, and he is found clutching the British flag, like protecting it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But he was actually running to take the flag down and put up the surrender flag, but got knocked out in the process of doing it.
So you just lucked out.
You just lucked out. So most of the things that happen to him are like just luck.
Just right place, right time.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to do things.
They did make a film, I think in the 60s with,
Okay.
what's his name? Oh, British actor, white hair. He was in Clockwork Orange.
So Malcolm McDowell.
Malcolm McDowell, yeah. Malcolm McDowell's in it.
Great actor.
Yeah, he's fantastic. And he will basically... It sounds fun. I want to check that out.
I wonder if he's a grumpy old prick in it.
Yeah, pretty much. Malcolm McDowell just plays whatever he wants.
Definitely nailed it every time.
Yeah.
He's one of those who's sort of born to play a villain.
Yeah.
Villain in one of the Star Trek movies, wasn't he?
Yes, he's villain in, Generations. He kills Kirk. Well, sort of.
So many of them, I think, lose track of who's in what.
Yeah.
He's stuck in Klingons around, you know, those two female Klingons.
Yeah, he's hanging out with them.
Yeah, he slapped one of them, gave him a slap him.
Yeah, he's what are their names? Ursa and I can't remember the name. Bator.
Yeah, it's not too many get away with that.
No,
Stuff it on, right?
especially those two.
Yeah.
Ghosts.
That does make it interesting.
To be fair though, would a Klingon woman like care about a slap?
That's basically Klingon foreplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it would be foreplay, wouldn't it?
Not even that. Probably do like a friendly greeting.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just a general hello. Back. So I guess coming from a non-Klingon, like,
There's a good bits of DS9 where I think there's an episode where Quark ends up married to a Klingon woman,
okay.
and he's like just covered in bruises.
Okay, the guy when they had Stewie was Stewie Quark.
Yes.
Who's the guy that did the security officer?
Odo, yeah.
So I could turn into a final question. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you thought it'd be something interesting to talk about? Who's Clark's brother?
Rom.
Yeah, his son joined.
Yeah, Nog.
Yeah, he's got third or something.
Yeah.
These Star Trek series are there now,
Let me count. So there's the original series. Then there's the animated series.
Yeah.
Then there's hey, Amber. Then there's Next Generation, DS9, Voyager.
I think I sort of got up to Voyager.
Yeah, Enterprise,
Yeah.
which is set before everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Then after Enterprise, nothing for about almost 20 years.
Okay.
And then you get Discovery, Picard, Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks,
Yeah.
which are all out now.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Yeah.
it. I don't think there's.
That's a few series.
Yeah.
Oh well, people still want to see them, and
Yeah.
why keep making them? Because it's that sort of thing.
Exactly.
You can make that many different things out.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with it.
Yeah. That's what Michelle Nichols I seen yesterday. Isn't it?
Yeah. She's 89, I think. Yeah, it's a pretty good innings.
And quite a good legacy there.
Oh, absolutely. She did a lot.
One of the red shirts who never died.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't one of the ships she was wearing, no?
No.
Remember his birthday? I think he was in town, if I remember right.
Yeah. 1960s fashion.
Yeah, it's like you look at it and it's such a time capsule, particularly what the women wore and not what the guys
Oh,
wore.
but like you watch TNG, and that's a massive time capsule. There's
Yeah,
some
oh, yeah.
interesting outfits, especially in the first couple of seasons.
Oh yeah, any show, yeah. Really,
And like they'll do like does Next Generation doesn't do it. Uh, in the latest season of Picard because they travel to 2024, 2023, basically present day.
Yeah.
And they 709.
And that energy cut-off thing is super bad. And they had museum and you might get some spotty, yeah. Bob, Cam, and yep, this is my role. So, what was your favourite Star Trek series then?
Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
It has the most character. I think my least favorite is probably Voyager because it kind of abandons its premise. It starts out and it's like,
Yeah, trying to get home. Sort of.
well, yeah, we're trying to get home, but also we've got these two crews that have opposing worldviews, and we now have to all work together. But by the second episode, everyone's kind of fine, and they work together fine, and you're like, oh well,
You could have, yeah,
there could have been a lot more tension there.
definitely, yeah.
And also, like, the ship never really feels like it's they're far away from home. They should be out of resources and things. Like, it never feels like it's kind of falling
they're on
apart.
the- yeah,
It would have been cool to see.
they mention it, but it's like never kind of feels
Yeah.
there.
There's
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Yeah.
well, that's the thing though. Ronald D. Moore eventually goes on from writing Voyager to create Battlestar Galactica. So
Maybe looked at it and said, yeah, we can do more.
yeah, that's really what it should have felt like.
Yeah, true, yeah, no, yeah, mentioned it, they never felt like they were on the road
Yeah.
finding out anything.
There's an episode called, or two-part episode called Year of Hell, where it's like an alternate dimension, and like you see the Voyager, and it's just like fucked. Like, it's just like got like bits of other ships stuck onto it, and like they really just jury-rigged a bunch of stuff to make it survive.
That's what it should have been.
And that's kind of what it should have looked like by the end of it. Also, Voyager's ending is the most disappointing season finale of basically anything.
Home, aren't they, sort of thing?
They just show up on the edge of the Alpha Quadrant, and then there's ships there. You don't see them meet their families or anything. It's just, oh, we're here now. It's just, yeah, it's kind of lame.
Always disappointing. You have a family just rejecting them all. No, you'll want to, I'll get it.
Yeah. There's a lot of missed opportunities for things. Like, there's a character who dies and is just replaced by his alternate dimension counterpart, and then they just never talk about it ever again.
Lazy writing there.
Yeah. There's like one character who remains an ensign the entire time. It's like a 7-year run. He's an ensign the whole time.
Poor guy.
And like there's characters that like get promoted, then demoted, then get promoted again.
Not this-
He's still like an
One of
ensign.
the original crew members, or one
Yeah.
of the others were essentially terrorists, weren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So-
No, he's one of the original
so
like
looking to go terrorists are getting promoted over me.
yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Someone wants to potentially reserve one of your desired lives and
Okay.
Yeah,
would you take
just a normal deposit, $7.
$50
Yeah, what they want.
and what the hold on the past legal or the letter?
Okay,
They haven't decided.
fair enough. Look, I'll just pay the $50 deposit for now.
No worries.
While they decide.
I'll also let you know one.
Yep.
So Voyager sounds like it's one massive missed opportunity.
It is. Like it's still fine, but it's
Still entertaining.
kind of yeah, a lot of missed opportunity. And I think that the fact that because they had Deep Space Nine, and the first couple of seasons of Deep Space Nine, it's just DS9 and Next Generation. Then 2 seasons into DS9, they made Voyager, and I think the fact that the eye was kind of off Deep Space Nine and then put onto Voyager allowed DS9 to do a lot more, like, more interesting risk stuff.
Yeah, you look at this unique that it's all set in that one sort of
Yeah.
place, whereas the others they'll travelling around and
Yeah,
where you could develop characters.
exactly. Like, there's minor characters in season 1 of Deep Space Nine who, like, literally is, I'm the assistant to the main bad guy. And then by the end of the show, he's like been a leader of like a puppet government. Then he becomes like a freedom fighter and eventually dies a martyr. And you're like, wow, that guy has way more to do than
Yeah.
any other character on any of the other shows.
It's like, did that all in an hour?
Yeah.
Oh, an hour of screen time, but yeah.
But like they also had that from the beginning because they were like talking to the actor Casey Biggs, and they're like, "Look, it's not a big part, but hang on because there will be a lot more to do with it." So they obviously had like a lot of forethought, which I quite like.
Hey guys.
Hey man,
How's it going?
Good.
How's it going? Oh, it's in
Yeah, and she's right at that itchy stage, and yeah, little clearly, but it turned out to
What are you doing?
April.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah.
What are you doing today?
I'll do Eddie Munson from Stranger Things.
Ah, awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, playing guitar. Yeah.
Quite. Have you booked that Real Monsters yet?
No.
Someone's inquiring about it.
Yeah,
Is
sure.
it just like a standard price, or is it depending how big they want it?
Probably about 700.
Sure. Oh, Craig, I watched the Monsters trailer the other night, and I couldn't believe it. Have you seen it, Paul?
Yes, I have.
I couldn't believe it.
I
Like, oh, I didn't realize this was out. Let's have a look. And watch it all like, oh,
It's
it's
like-
made this at university.
yeah,
Yeah,
it looked particularly terrible.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
That the trailer made me go,
Yeah.
it's just like, why did you put Sherry in it? Oh, we know why she's in it, but yeah, she's just not really.
Yeah.
It.
I think they look.
Oh, it looks great. Like it looks fun.
But
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be maybe it's so bad it's good sort of.
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
It looks like almost like a mystery science theater.
I remember someone said it looked like a high budget porn parody trailer. And I was like, yeah, that's a good example.
Yeah, there's definitely parts of that trailer where I was like, "What is
Yeah.
happening?"
Yeah.
The two surviving cast members in it, which
Oh, that's good.
Priest, so,
Oh, okay.
and Elvira for Sandra Stevenson.
So, like, I have a feeling it kind of it could go either way.
Yeah.
It could really become
Yeah.
I'm going to go with an open mind.
yeah.
I think part of me was like, is this just a bad trailer?
I think that's a part.
Yeah.
So I looked at it and I was like, this is not. Some of the scenes look okay. Like it looks like it could be funny. Like if it's going to do cutaway gags to them being in France and stuff.
It looks like it might be how they get together almost.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a chance, but yeah.
It definitely looks like it could go like either way. Like it could be like either a really terrible film or a really fun film.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with an open mind.
Say, like it didn't put me off it 100% because I was like, this can't be with his love of it. This can't be,
Yeah.
you know, this.
But he was going to send it to a cast for his movies, so. And that is like, yeah, good track record Patrice and that.
Because it seems like it's like a prequel thing, like how they meet. Yeah.
But, and considering what Stephen doing something more family friendly opposed to what he usually does, I'll be interested to see how he handles that.
Yeah.
So I pretty much enjoyed everything else he's done. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But I'm gonna, the trailer didn't really,
Yeah, it's one of those wait and sees for sure. I don't know if you saw, Paul.
Mm.
There was this tweet recently of an article, and it was like, James Gunn says that he would love to remake Scooby-Doo. And then underneath, James Gunn's reply, he's like, I mean, I love you guys, but I never said this ever, so...
Yeah.
Oh, right, the original.
Yeah, he directed the original Scooby-Doo, both films, I think.
yeah, maybe this was like
Yeah.
an adult.
Yeah.
Because I remember the original cut was apparently a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they chopped it like that.
Tim Curry dropped that film when he found out.
Yeah,
It was
that
gonna be
Scrappy
Scrappy.
was the villain.
No one likes Scrappy.
I love that he read it and went, oh, no.
Yeah. I like to think that Tim Curry is a Scooby-Doo aficionado.
Yeah, what did I do? They were like, get Rowan Atkinson on the phone.
Ron Atkinson would do anything for money. Let's get him.
I haven't even looked at his new show.
I kind of want to check it out because I feel like it might be kind of more close to classic.
Yeah, no doubt it will be funny.
Yeah.
He's a great performer. Haven't got around to it.
I just, such a classic, simple comedy premise.
Yeah.
A man trying to kill a bee
Yeah.
and destroying a house that he's looking after.
Right, okay.
Like, that just seems great. That's a perfect Rowan Atkinson, simple, clear plot.
There's a horror movie from the early 80s, that sex plot, but it's a rat. It's Peter Weller.
Okay.
He's in his apartment, his family go away, and there's a rat in there, and it's causing all sorts of trouble, and and basically the whole film is him trying to, and escalates throughout the film of,
Yeah.
trying to beat this rat. So it's called Unknown Origin.
Okay.
And then there's another Japanese one, which is basically two girls fighting in an apartment.
Okay.
This is the whole film.
The whole film was just them destroying an apartment.
And they just get, it starts off as just an argument and just escalates into this extreme violence by the end of the film.
I have a friend of mine who, whenever he's down, will look up on YouTube Dynasty fights.
Yeah.
And it's just fights between like women in the soap opera Dynasty.
Yeah. There's a lot of that.
So you know how when you're a kid, there's like that film you can't watch because it makes you scared or you don't like it. And, there's like that one film that you remember. Callum's is Mouse Hunt because he can't hang with the anxiety of it.
Anxiety inducing
Yeah.
Never thought those words would be together.
Nathan Lane trying to kill a mouse.
Yep.
Okay, sure.
Each to their own.
Yeah, that's what's mine? I know yours is E.T., right?
I just never watched it.
You've never watched it.
No, it's just.
It's dead to me.
Even though I'm a teen-
What if you watch the porn version that Tom was talking
That's the
about?
same. My cousin's the same. She refuses to watch it. And she doesn't have a reason why.
I used to,
Version of E.T. is pretty terrifying.
yeah, I used to watch Mac and Me all the time.
Did you like the Quantumania TV trailer?
Yes.
Oh my God, you.
It's amazing.
Particularly when he falls off the cliff.
Yeah,
And I think it's Paul Rudd. Every time he goes on,
Yeah.
he shows that.
so good.
Yeah, the other day when all of the big San Diego Comic Con stuff was coming out about Marvel, someone posted Quantumania teaser trailer. This is Paul, and I was like, oh my God! And it's just the Mac and Me.
Clip.
It's got a Quantumania
So
still
good.
on the front, so you think it's gonna be it.
He's got in the cast with Ronald McDonald as himself.
Yes.
Yeah, so no, didn't have a childhood. Can't watch that film.
There were definitely scenes that I needed someone in the room to watch, like in Jurassic Park when the Dilophosaurus kills Nedry. That bit sort of made me a bit anxious. None of the rest of it is just that bit. I don't know what about it is, but oh, I can't think of anything off the top of my head now. But yeah, there's got to be something that, especially given the movies that came out when we were kids, like. But Mouse Hunt,
Yeah,
it's amazing.
most mundane thing.
Yeah.
Mine was, I think, the part that I could never watch, which is probably going to be very common, is the horse in Neverending Story that's like drowning in the swamp.
Yeah, I never had a problem with that
Also
horse.
the wolf. I didn't like the wolf in that he fights.
Maybe.
Yeah, I had a feeling it would be.
Yeah, now I'm just trying to think back
Oh,
to some
Dark
movies.
Crystal when I was a kid.
But the
Couldn't handle the
1980s,
Skeksis.
Yeah.
a lot of
Nowadays love it, but then no.
A lot of 1980s kids films that were nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Return to Oz.
I'm just trying to think. Yeah, maybe like, is there anything in the Labyrinth that I didn't like? No, not really.
Another one is Return to Oz. All the people were freaked by that.
Oh, the Wheelers were
I've never
terrifying.
seen that movie.
And when Dorothy encountered the Mombi without a head.
Yeah.
Just message your mum. What didn't I like as a kid? Is there a chat listening? Chat? What couldn't you watch?
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's in the chat at the moment. There's 5 viewers. If you guys are interested in participating, viewers, what movies could you not watch as a kid that were just so terrifying? Let us know in the comments.
I enjoyed this getting scared, so scarier the better for me.
Yeah.
My parents didn't be careful what I watched and they said pretty much let me watch anything.
I do remember one of the first things I watched that was like, I'm not sure if it was like an R, but like a really high rated thing, was Romancing the Stone or Jewel of the Nile, I think.
Yeah,
There's a scene where someone gets thrown into like a pit of
the
crocodiles.
crocodile bites his head.
Yeah,
Because he's holding the actual jewel.
yeah. And I remember that. That's in my head. But like, I wasn't scared of it. I was kind of like, oh wow, this is cool.
It's kind of like, yeah, like almost like when they snuck stuff like that into PG films, you think,
Yeah.
you know, like Raiders of Lost Ark and obviously one, but how much they
Yeah.
got away with in that. You know? Gremlins, another one, obviously.
Nazi face melting in Indiana Jones?
Nah, loved it.
But apparently there's a more graphic version of that originally, but it's been lost.
Yeah, yeah.
And the heart ripping from Temple of Doom was more graphic apparently. But the footage is gone. So just the partially lost films when where they just lose just parts of them get lost.
Yeah.
Because they, in the 80s and 70s, they cut the footage out and dumped it in it and not realising that it was.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they did with like Doctor Who.
Yeah,
They were like, we need to make some space, destroy all of this Doctor Who stuff.
ape over it. Now you've got episodes pretty much gone.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. But then again, sometimes they rediscover stuff and
Yeah.
like sci-fi classic Metropolis, they found the full print of that and Brazilian like salt mine or something.
Yeah, there's like, they always turn up in really strange places. I do remember reading an article that was saying that like a lot of the missing Doctor Who stuff might actually be in like what used to be Idi Amin's personal film library.
Yeah, and apparently some of them were found in the Australian censorship board's vaults because when they got sent to Australia, they, of course, they had to be rated.
Yeah.
So they rated them, and then they just, they got put away, and they found some.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, Tom and I were talking yesterday about just like, like when Toys R Us closed,
Yeah,
you got to think like there had to be stuff that was like at the back of
boxes,
the warehouse of like 90s toys.
yeah,
And,
even 80s stuff.
yeah, like
that
stuff that fell behind
they
shelves.
never got put out. Yeah. That sells for like thousands of dollars now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the dream. Find
just finding a box of like Krang's command thing,
Yeah,
like
that stuff that yeah. yeah. The problem is when I get I never keep it in the box because
Yeah.
I just got to take it out. And
yeah, I like
the odd thing is still in a box, but yeah, 99% of my collection is.
yeah.
I'm just always I just look at it online if I want to look at it in the box.
Yeah.
But and the thing these days, so much stuff is kept in boxes, so it's not like it's such a rare thing.
Yeah,
anymore.
absolutely.
Like, whereas it say if it's an 80s or 90s toy,
Yeah.
it's different then. But yeah.
Such a strange thing to have.
I always love buying stuff to display it. So.
I'd say UFC dolls.
Yeah.
But they're not dolls, they're collectibles,
Action
Bob.
figures, yeah.
I like the UFC. Actually, UFC action figures is kind of a weird concept to me.
Still in their packaging.
Yeah, okay.
Like any sort of
Right. I mean, I don't know UFC that much.
Generally family oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah, larger than life characters.
UFC,
Comic book character.
yeah. Like, do I want an action figure of, Conor McGregor that, like, I pull a string on his back and he, like, swears at me?
Punches you. In the
Yeah.
And it's like I think that's like most any other sports.
That's true. Serial killer trading cards.
I had a Tom McFarlane Gladiator Halo.
That's great. I mean, McFarlane will make a toy out of anything, though. No, that guy will just.
Give him some cash.
Yeah.
I really, really want to be a Twisted Soul or
I've got those in home.
They're pretty cool. I want to get some of those action figures I was showing you, Tom. The designers were like, we want to make cool 80s style toys that aren't based on anything. So we're making our own fantasy thing. And they just made a bunch of like really awesome action figures, and I want all of them.
Back when, in the 80s, like when I was copying Martial Universe, there's all the knockoffs. That
Yeah.
came out, and some of them look great.
But these are like really awesome articulated figures, and
Like figures these days are so much more.
yeah,
Yeah, they were cool for the 80s, but you look at them comparing to what's around nowadays.
Yeah.
But they were actually just toys back then.
yeah,
These days it's more, for collectors.
Yeah.
Display things.
As-
The
right.
Big rubber sort of, modern wrestlers.
That's interesting.
But ones that were never released. And some of them look amazing.
I sent Tom this thing on Dave Bautista's Instagram where he's talking about this action figure, and he's like, I understand why, but like he had the first figure that came out of him,
Yeah.
and he's like, it comes with a lamp.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I've never.
You know who Lemmy is from Motorhead
Yep.
when he was talking about his action figure? Mm-hmm. He ain't got no dick. He get no action. That's another musician action figure. There's so many of those around. But that's again the one I can understand because
Yeah, like that's. No one's playing with those toys. They're not toys that you're giving to kids.
no, well, yeah, 5-year-old. Oh,
Yeah.
My Angus Young figure.
I would be concerned if a 5-year-old was like, "Oh, look at my Lemmy action
Yeah.
figure."
Comes with little Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I did see actually, because I get the EB Games and Zing emails, and one of the latest pop vinyls to come out is Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Okay.
I was like, yes, finally.
One with
Yeah.
well, hopefully with a vanilla ice.
Well, that'd be great too. But yeah, I don't know, like who was like, "Oh, I need my Sir Mix-a-Lot pop vinyl."
Yeah, I don't know how many people put their name. See, there's some sort of market.
Someone wanted it.
So I don't think they'd be putting it out, would they? When there's some that haven't got pop vinyls yet. You think, I think you remember that for instance, I don't think there's any Madonna.
Yeah,
But then again, I guess they don't want to put all the big names out at once.
yeah. It also might just be like Madonna might be hard to get the license for.
That's another one, yeah, of course. Yeah, just still look like, do it. Producing, I need to eat tonight. You know, for a while he hosted like that Twilight Zone type show.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't last very long. It was like late night on Channel 10 for a little while. This is back in late 90s, yeah. But you sort of sit in front of all these monitors and you like say, let's look at this one tonight, and it'd be a different story.
That's interesting.
All people shooting hits of it.
That is bizarre.
Yeah. And he was in the Surf Ninja movies. I mean, he was in a few other movies. I'm not thinking of Tone League.
Surf Ninja movies, okay.
Yeah.
The only surf movie I know is Surf Nazis Must Die, which was one of my dad's
Troma.
favourites, yeah. My dad loved Troma films.
Break at all?
No, I've never seen Point Break.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
That's 600 meters. It's amazing.
Not as a main surf.
I do want to check it out. It's just like one of those films like Top Gun. I've never
It's
seen
probably
Top
too
Gun.
late for you. I haven't actually watched Top Gun for
Yeah, I think Point Break's that one you have to see it at the time
Yeah.
it comes out. You get to see Patrick Swayze beat up the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Well, that's kind of worth it.
Yeah, but Surf Notes. Well, there you go. There's another person knows Surf Notes.
Yeah, yeah. Troma films, I love Troma films.
Oh, I've got quite a decent collection of Troma films.
Actually, I did see, Tom, that Troma is looking for a new graphic designer. I was going to send it to Tom and be like, you should apply for this job. Do some Troma graphic design.
Stuff is a real mixed bag. 'Cause, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Lloyd
absolutely.
Kaufman is an interesting.
He's Uncle Lloyd.
Yeah, Uncle Lloyd,
great.
yeah.
His Instagram's great. Like, it's so funny.
The only one I refuse to do
That guy's like, geez, in his 80s, I think.
Yeah, and he's
Still going.
His wife is like one of the top lawyers
Yeah.
in New York, and his daughter is so cool. And he's so good that he helps like independent films.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, James Gunn wouldn't be where he is without Troma.
A few other people got there, but yeah, it's
I did like,
Scorsese, I think.
yeah, I did like seeing him in a cameo in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He just randomly turns up in cameos. Yeah, he's pretty much in all guns films.
Yeah.
Super.
Yep.
And then got cuts in line. And we've got a mate who did an independent horror film in Adelaide. He's got him to do a cameo in it.
Oh, awesome.
And he's doing an Aussie, talking Aussie slang in it.
That's great. Wait, what's this friend's name?
Dick Dale.
Damn.
And the film is called Rib Spreader.
Okay, I feel like I've met someone else who's spoken about this film before.
Yeah, he's fairly well known around
Yeah.
here. But, a girl I used to work with, she's one of the effects artists on it. He's been working on it for ages. So I think he's just about finished it. So. At the drama outfit we have.
Hmm.
So you've got other books that will maybe use genre already. That look of course. That Australian early slasher films and late 90s. I'll say Ozploitation is what we call it.
Yes. All right, that's all our line work done. There you go. Have a stretch.
Just more, it's got to get her.
Hmm. Hmm.
First I thought, I'll keep it because it looks cool, but every time I look at it, it points
Yeah.
at her. She turned out to be a bit of a nutcase. She turned out to be a bit of a nutcase and rough. And rough.
Arrow and Green Lantern. Yeah.
Of course, Constantine and
Yeah.
Satana go together.
I've got a little bit of space that I still want to add some stuff in. I kind of want to get Lobo properly. Alright, pull those up. There we go. Cool.
So they did that animated Superman in the 90s with Lobo that was so well done.
Oh, that's
It was around the same time as Batman series.
Mm.
Yeah, and they did the Super, which was really good. And, yeah, and they did a really good run with Lobo on that.
That's right. I remember that.
Of course, you know, being animated, that they had you couldn't be quite as
Yeah.
violent. But, down the line, I still want to get a Lois Lane. Something different.
Oh yeah.
Boots the Gold's a great character. Isn't
Yeah, I love Booster.
yeah, it's just sort of about making money and
Yeah, Justice League was cool. I liked the question in that as well.
yeah.
Voiced by Jeffrey.
They can do something on the
Yeah. I love yeah, the questions, just constant conspiracy theories.
Dating in that famous Loch Ness monster thing. And then, you know, very obscure characters would turn up in it.
Yeah.
Like Gypsy, she turned up in like one random scene like that. That's obscure.
Yeah.
Obviously more a DC than Marvel fan, or?
Yeah, usually. I mean, I like both.
Oh, me too, yeah. I think I'm more a DC guy. Yeah, definitely like Marvel as well. Always found Keanu Reeves an interesting choice of Constantine.
Yeah, that was like that film is fine if you ignore Constantine. Like, if you don't know anything about
Yeah.
like Constantine at all, then
Oh, yeah.
It's
You
fine.
know the character, it's like, okay. That's
Yeah.
why I think so many people I knew when I tell them, yeah, it's a comic book character, and they go, what?
yeah,
And, you know, and Keanu Reeves not being blonde.
yeah. But Keanu Reeves would look weird blonde, so
Definitely, yeah.
That would look
I
strange.
forgive that. Yeah, I think like when they do that in the film, I'm not one of these sort of super fans
Yeah.
who goes, how dare you change that? So, yeah. It's a part of, you know, changing the media. DC got the Super Cats movie out soon.
yeah,
I thought it might be fun.
yeah. It looks like a good family film. Probably watch that with the kids at some point. Not necessarily. Not sure I'll go to the cinema for it, but I'll
No,
probably.
yeah.
My kids are funny with films. They're not quite on board for movies.
Okay. That's not what you do, yeah.
I did go and see Lightyear with my son though. That was fun.
It's really good actually. It kind of has a real. Did you ever see Titan AE?
Yes.
Has a Titan AE feel to it.
Okay.
Like it's much more like
More
yeah, it's just
sci-fi.
yeah, like it's really cool. Like it's basically the premise is like they
Yes, outrageous.
yeah. No, but really cool. I quite liked it. Got some cool effects and yeah, it's on Disney Plus soon I think because it's I got an email about it recently. Yeah. I remember waiting ages for Phantom Menace to come out on DVD.
That's what I talked to what it turned 50 last month.
Mm.
Yeah, talking to him about what I said, next time we have to wait, 6 months,
Yeah.
years or something, even before we go to the HS, it was like just the TV, and then you had to hope that it came on and you could watch it, and then you had to hope that it came again.
Yeah.
These days, it's pretty much there. And then some stuff just goes straight to it.
Yeah.
Catch my eye on that. It's one of them has Elvis impersonators. One of them has Elvis impersonators. Is that right? One of the Fallout
Yeah,
games,
so the Fallout New Vegas has a gang called the Kings, and they're all inspired by Elvis. Yeah.
it's sort of horror comedy. Very gory Hallelujah, and it's like the villains are Elvis. He's got one of his villages in them, and they do the famously excellent. Get your hands off my thigh, you damn dirty Elvis. It's the ultimate line.
That's great.
Well, I'm just concerned. Like, I'll give it a wait. It will lighten just
And that's
as
the only part I remember from it. Because the rest of it was pretty forgettable, but when you got a line like that, it's happy enough.
then we can
I was really like that. Jump now. But his gimmick was that Elvis copied him.
Right.
You can to some extent. It's probably better to do it now. I'll just get.
But he was almost like the ultimate heel in wrestling.
My concern is
He actually wasn't that good as entertainer as a wrestler. And fans that you hated him because he was successful.
Yeah.
And then the marks
But my
sort of
concern
believed
Right.
it. They hated him because he was a bad guy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the ultimate heel in wrestling.
I think we'll just get something a bit brighter.
Yep.
Solve that issue.
What's going on?
The purple I got her to pick, it is very neutral and blending into those greys.
Oh, I can't even see it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Stephen
Man?
Mearns.
I think all of you have tattooed him.
Yes. What have I tattooed on him?
He's got like the PlayStation arm and the Pokemon arm.
Yeah.
He's the Kiwi.
Yeah, that's it. Do you work with Stephen?
I'm pretty sure you've done.
Yeah, I did one sleeve. Antonio did another.
Yeah, probably.
He
Look,
says hello.
okay. Don't
I think Antonio's done most
Yeah.
of his work.
Antonio did an arm and I did an arm.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at remembering.
Yeah, we're really bad at remembering people's names and faces.
Yeah, like Charles tattooed. I'm like, oh yeah, you.
Yeah.
Like I've tattooed whole sleeves on the back.
Eyes blindness.
You'll think it's
Old boo bombs.
Yeah. Oh, Boo Bombs Becky.
Sounds like something from Family Guy.
It does.
I put that in there. I'm just
Oh,
jumping
what
on
was it,
panels of that, but I think that stands out.
On Simpson Homer. So old,
what better?
old Ned wants help and stinky pants on.
Yeah, that's right.
He just keeps going on about it.
That's there with.
Yeah, not bleeding way too much. Look, yeah, I'll come over with you, and that's probably you're probably gonna need to like. Look,
Yeah.
Like, look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a bleeder.
Yeah. Well, I actually couldn't get tattooed for a few months because they put me on blood thinners.
Oh, wow. That sucks.
More glammy than any tattoos.
Yeah. Blood thinners and correct posture.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the last time we did boobs. So
I don't remember it being as.
it's not as bad, no.
As far as I know, I don't fall too much.
No, they thought I had a stroke back in March. You couldn't get a tattoo for 3 months
Yeah.
minimum.
That's still me, I think.
Yeah, the problem with blood thinners and tattoos is that it spreads the ink out
Oh, okay.
further underneath the skin. So you basically look like you have a permanent bruise.
Oh, okay.
It's,
Yeah, I can definitely see why, yeah.
yeah,
Waste of time and money then, I guess, if you're going.
yeah. And I've had clients when I was apprenticing who like would come back and like, yeah, you do like small thing and it's just like this massive. So
Some people.
how dark does Michelle need these greens to be? Yeah, just a hint of green.
Interesting watching that in streaming.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's that stream's just that little bit behind, isn't it?
Yeah, usually.
So like, I'm feeling it, but I can see you sort of going.
There's like a setting that I can change. I think it's like a delay thing. I know there's a way I can change it, but I haven't actually got to it.
So that's a microphone you're doing at the moment?
Yeah.
Oh, film has been done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete's not to wait and see you dip into the yellow going, oh, that's going to be the big part.
Yeah, pretty much what I'm going to do is get
Get all
the other stuff done.
yeah.
Then
Fair enough. Oh, sounds like a good plan to me.
An issue today.
Sorry?
So she is having an issue today.
It's been 3 months since you've been on board.
Pretty sure March is 3 months ago. You got April, May, June, July, 4.
I've literally only on it for like 7 days.
Talking about the Janine sort of style pin-up pool, we've got the choice of the movie or the animated series too.
Mm,
Imagine the animated series would swim in with my good.
yeah, probably. It's nice sort of style. Quite like those ones.
Now it's such a bust. He's actually my favourite Ghostbusters character.
Yeah.
Hasn't got a lot of screen time, but when she's there, she just sort of
Yeah.
takes it in. And Potts is great in anything.
Annie Potts is amazing.
Oh, yeah. It's the sign. It's the sign, all right? The sign of going out of business.
Yeah.
I was hoping she'd be in Afterlife more, but
I still haven't watched it actually.
it's good.
It's on Amazon Prime now, so I want to check it out.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
It looked really cool.
And it's, there's the credit sequences and stuff.
Yeah. And they are making a second one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Thank you.
And it did well in the, it had enough of the, connected to the original.
Yeah. Okay, just chuck that in my locker. Oh. Oh, it's mine. I just kept getting updates like, your package is arriving today. Your package is arriving within the next hour. I'll probably get another one being like, your package has been delivered.
Yes. You have arrived through with your package.
Yeah.
You have opened your package.
You should get that checked out.
Yeah.
The wife has found out you should have purchased.
Yeah, it's usually the way it goes.
It's from a guy I regularly get stuff. And
Yep.
It's like, your package is in Perth. I'm like, how does that happen? Perth, South Australia, Adelaide.
Had basically the same place.
Also, it's fun getting a notification that it's arriving, though. When it's something you're waiting for.
Yeah.
Getting messages from one person asking about saying, people always send me messages when they can get them done.
I don't know. This playlist does this weird thing where like it will just play this weird slowed down version of a song.
Okay, because the voices on.
Yeah, it's like. "Brrrr." I booked in that Page Master tattoo, Tom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, someone messaged me last night. He was like, "I want this, please."
It's just weird that like how late Flash will get this in.
Yeah, that is really interesting. Yeah, like you'll make a flash. Well, I mean, this April O'Neil piece, I drew this last year, maybe start of last year. You know, and then you like that's how it goes. You make a flash design. No one's interested in it for ages, and then someone will see it and be like, "Oh, I'll get that."
Yeah, because that's why I saw them on the board.
Yeah.
That's for me. Because Andrew, he told me, you did cool pin-ups and stuff.
Mm.
He showed me the skills and all that.
Yeah, I reckon I did this at the same time I did the Ms. Frizzle one.
Yeah, I think he showed me a few. Maybe.
Yeah. Because I did Ms. Frizzle, I did April O'Neil, Sam Carter from Stargate.
Money, how do you pronounce her name?
Recent.
Or would you just see something and go, hey?
Yeah, every now and then I'll be like, oh. No, I should do a sexy Ian Malcolm one. No, I should do sexy Bartlefly.
Sexy Dennis Nedry.
Hack as shit.
Yeah, he's got like the black poison on his eyes.
Yeah.
Sexy raincoat. No, a sexy Jeff Goldblum would be good. Yeah, but was it the Brundlefly? It's like horrifying Cronenberg body horror pin-ups.
That would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
Samantha from the Brood when she's got that wound outside of her.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you could turn that
We need more Eraserhead
into
pin-ups.
with the Marilyn Monroe sort of thing that's she's seen them with the big cheeks.
Yeah.
What's that again just the other night?
Showed Kate long the other day.
How'd she go?
She just kind of sat there silently and watched it. And she's like, I'm confused.
What's there to be confused about? Long, long man.
How long is it?
Movie on Shudder called Mad God.
Okay.
It's a stop motion thing.
Oh, it's the Phil Tippett one, isn't it? Yeah.
I watched it the other night. Really got on, but after you go, that was an experience. I had no idea what I just watched.
Yep.
It was really interesting.
Yeah, it
really
seems that
great.
way.
Yeah. I think you have to watch it a couple, but I don't think you're meant to know what's.
Yeah.
It's like 30 years in the making.
Yeah.
I love stop motion.
Yeah, stop motion's great.
And there's a lot of little references to like Harry Harryhausen and
Yeah.
great things. It's well worth a watch. It's definitely an experience. A little bit of live action mixed into it too, like
Yeah.
close-ups of hands of people.
Oh, that's cool.
A little bit of body secretions sort of stuff. So. And it doesn't overstay its welcome.
Yeah.
Some films like that, if they're too long, they kind of
Yeah.
Comes out there. Yeah, stop motion. I guess it's hard to do a really long fish, something like that.
Yeah.
Like the rod that goes into it.
Yeah. So I think of that bit in Parks and Recreation where Ben starts doing stop motion and then it's like, look, and it's like a minute less than, like a man sits down and then he's like,
Yeah, 'cause
that was 5 weeks of work.
that's something like it, isn't it? Yeah, it's like 5 weeks is to do something like that.
I love that gag in Parks and Rec. Like every time he ends up working for that accountancy
Oh
firm.
yeah, and he instantly like resigns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're just so happy to have him there.
it's a great show.
You forgot one thing. It's about the cones.
I think Amy Schumer, that's her, isn't it?
Amy Poehler.
I'm not Paul, I'll get those mixed up.
Yeah,
When he
Amy,
plays the Batman costume, he starts crying. In it.
Yeah, she's great in anything.
yeah, she's great.
Did you ever watch the improv group? What is it? I can't think of their name now. They had a show. It was really good.
Which one?
The Upright Citizens Brigade.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That might have one of my favorite skits of all time.
Mm,
Ask Pennies.
I don't know that one.
What
It's
was it?
about a guy. He's having a job interview. He's like asking his successful friends for some advice.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you do every day? Shove a penny up your ass. And then you circulate these, then you buy something using that penny. Then every day. And so it's like, so you work out that you've shoved X amount of pennies up your ass every day. And then you're having a job interview with this guy, and you know he's got one of your ass pennies in his wallet. So you have all the power. And the guy's like, that's fucked up, man. Like, why would you tell me this? Why would you say that? He's like, oh, how many pennies you got in your wallet right now?
Oh, it's so random.
That's like one of my favorite sketches was a Mad TV sketch where it was it's, a guy playing Billy D. Williams. And he's like, hi, it's me, Billy D. Williams. I'm here to talk to you about the amazing world of exotic massage. You might be thinking, Lando, are you talking about what I think you're talking about? He's like, that's right, I am. You get all the benefits of a regular therapeutic massage, plus you get to have your pancake flipped. And then it's like, if you would like to contribute to Buy Lando an Exotic Massage, send money to... So bizarre.
It shouldn't be funny, but
Oh, it's just so dumb. Oh dear.
There's another Upright Citizens Brigade one where, well, it's kind of like an ongoing joke in the show where astronauts are treated like second-class citizens in the exercises. And there's like, prove you're not an astronaut, eat this solid hamburger. I was like, I am an astronaut, I can't eat a solid hamburger. And he's like, he starts pushing it off into a face.
how do they come up with that?
That's great.
Should be funny, but yeah.
One of my favorite moments in 30 Rock is just the one with Buzz Aldrin. It's like, would you like to yell at the moon with Buzz Aldrin? Stupid moon! I walked on your face!
Neil Armstrong was in The Simpsons at the sci-fi convention.
Oh yeah, that's
Well,
right.
this man has actually been in space. Tell someone who cares. There's one small bit closer to getting your ass. Is it by or something?
Yeah.
I
Yes.
Who you better start, Mark Hamill and Al. That's a great episode, that. Probably when Mark Hamill's in the dinner theatre, hey pal, that's my picture next to the pepper steak, and don't forget it. Well, Mark Hamill, you never even finished Jedi school.
Luke be a Jedi tonight. Do it for Yoda and the Ewoks and all the other puppets.
Use Homer, use the force.
Yeah, the Force. Nathan Detroit would never have a lightsaber, and this song isn't even in the show.
Get out there, Luke. That's when Homer's bodyguard.
Yes. It's carrying Mark Hamill out at the end. He's like, oh, I forgot my keys.
He's kicking him in the crotch. I those swarming nerds are going to kill Mark Hamill. It's a Homer Simpson nerd buster. And when bloody Fat Tony's on the accidents like the murder of you, Mary Tony. Fat Tony's always gold, right?
Fat Tony's great. Oh, the one with the pretzel wagon. Where's the money for where's the pretzel money? Why aren't you getting the pretzel money now? And so on.
My wife.
Like he stops her and then they're like, is there a mechanism for these keys? Oh yeah, you have to kind of push it in.
Twist it back.
Thank you.
This is a fashion town, pretty boy. Because they were rats, so they were sticking things around and making them look like poodles.
Yes.
And milking the rats.
Rats. I said dogs are higher.
You filthy Italian American.
Oh, Homer Simpson. The same Homer Simpson who crashed his car into a cup. No, I'm
That's right.
Barney Gumble. The same Barney Gumble has been after my sister.
They keep saying different people. That's when he was crusty. Yeah, I'm not crusty at all.
I'm Homer Simpson.
When Krusty's running away and they can hear him leave the window and
Yeah.
fly away. And he's finished, I'll go. And when they see, you see him double. Oh, Krusty's.
I love the end of that one because it has the best resolution where it's just like
$50 or
50.
something.
It's like $50 or something.
Here's your chance.
And to your change.
He's lost his money betting on the Holland Road Tours.
You bet on the Generals?
I thought that was you. It's like, come on, he's spinning the ball.
Oh, just take it.
That match was fixed though, use it for ladder. Yeah, all the money he made franchising his name.
Yes.
Yeah, and like the shot of the guys spinning it and they're just standing there.
Like, oh, what? He's spinning the ball. His finger, just take it.
No, you gotta watch Krusty. She's
So
so
good.
not for kids.
Yes.
I've seen these shows, sometimes a kids show, sometimes a late night talk show.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's a variety show.
Yeah.
With no real. Renier Wolfpacker had his late night show. If that is some help, it's Scully. It makes you look like a homosexual. Ooh, maybe you're all homosexuals.
When you're Wolfcastle, great.
When he's at the art sale and Homer's buying these, oh, you're only porn movies. Is there any hetero? What there is there. Always wondered what Arnie thinks of that.
I'm sure he loves it.
Yeah, I've seen that video the other day. It's like Watch Mojo on top 10 celebrity reactions to them, being parodied on
Oh, yeah. The main Arnold Schwarzenegger parody I think of is The Late Show.
Oh, Tony Martin.
Hasta la vista, little fat kid.
A man and his morpheus. He's a genius.
Ivan Reitman, who is a genius. Hi there. Amber.
I think we do slapstick comedy called over. I think I should have. Late show, that was awesome.
Yeah. Champagne comedy.
And when he did Michael Jackson, you're a feisty one, Nick. I just tried to twice with Macaulay Culkin with the wearing the same outfit. He's saying that you're a big crusty guy, but isn't I think there's some small
Weedy.
with glasses and with bonny little ass you're gonna kick all over this stage.
So with this one,
And you know to add like that.
where it's looped,
That was just one of my favourite skit bits. Is just the
Yeah.
I am the gas man. I've come to read your fuck off.
it's like fresh, not really dried out in a while, so it needs to be bigger or not as leafy. So you need to choose a different. So yeah, it's possible just letting you know.
It's good that someone else knows that show.
Oh, yeah.
They often reference it at work and they just stand there looking at you like,
I haven't decided yet on my phone still.
Yeah, yeah. So that's just a thing. That's better. So probably around 100, but we only do that if we're going to have space, like time during the day to do it. So the best thing to do is just to like go out and
when Mick and Tony are trying to get into that store, get out, they come back in the horse costume,
Yeah.
the moustaches. So I'm finding all the zany name stores.
Yeah.
They ended the street, out of the street, and then what about the part where the two guys tackle you in the street with the microphone? You ever take part in that? No. Oh, bar jars.
Podcast is great.
Put that away, son. I want shitload of Jamesons and all those sorts of things.
yeah. So same thing. The F is not going to hurt. It's going to.
Not so many
But that's
jokes to memorise.
that one.
Yeah.
The ouchie, budgie wudgie ass.
Maybe up to 30 because the little birds, it's not long either. Both are really yeah, I recommend bring up in the morning.
When Mick Malloy was supposed to be putting the music act, so he always got someone with a similar name.
Yeah.
Jump up and have a look. Happy?
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was,
Yeah.
That looks cool.
you stand there for a sec while I get you cleaned up and stuff.
Page Master you're talking about, well, that's from Macaulay Culkin, right?
Hmm?
Page Master, that's from Macaulay
Yes.
Culkin. It's part animated, isn't it?
Yeah.
The book, that's the book, isn't it?
Yeah. So he goes to the library. Yeah. Patrick Stewart, Whoopi Goldberg. I think Frank Welker as well.
Yeah, Frank Walker's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was working in a video store.
Christopher Lloyd as well.
Yeah. Working in a video store.
you there with-
Macaulay Culkin did it big, so
Mhm.
yeah, all the bathroom movies. I remember that being quite popular on video.
Yeah. I watched it a lot as a kid. It's a great film.
The best one.
Obviously someone else because they grabbed that design.
Mm.
She looked good. Best way to show your fandom.
Yeah.
That's what I read. What I love about them, they don't have to explain a lot of the things they want.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you want. exactly the characters or at least what he's referring to. He's like with that evil oil one, that I went pitched it a few and they kind of looked at me and
Yeah.
on the other Master Universe character on again, Shadow Weaver.
Oh yeah.
I think she's technically a She-Ra character, but
Yeah.
they're all in that sort of
Yeah. They're all in the same universe.
yeah, exactly.
Yes. They often are.
What often aren't?
Cutter is an awkward take photo.
Oh yeah.
Even when they seem to be in places that you think you can get.
Yeah.
Like,
Selfie sticks help with that.
Yeah.
when I was trying to take a photo of St. Canada, sent to my mum, was just couldn't get in hand of it. So I always ask them before
Mm.
take a photo for me.
Take a photo of what? No.
Selfie sticks always make you look weird in photos though, because it always looks like you're kind of jerking off a robot.
Yeah.
What else are you doing in your photo?
Answer the room at the right time.
Yeah. Very much so.
The details of what they hold up to.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get you out of here. So yeah, hopefully this one heals up the same. Just let me know, do you wear a bit blue today? Was there a reason?
I haven't tried it.
Okay.
It's
I've
good.
only ever had
It's
it
pretty
for
much the same
It's
stuff.
pretty much.
Just other stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's easier to put on than
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've got the $10 one, which is probably plenty, really, or else you get the big one.
like with that. You don't got to put a lot on, you just got to put a bit on and spread it, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to go crazy with it.
Yeah, no, not saying.
For me and after each time I'm in, I'm like, not sure.
Rub it again.
No, no, a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah. And it's like 2 days, like I usually put some on in the morning and then when I get home from
Yeah,
work at night.
that's usually what I do.
I'm actually a little overprotected when I first get them. Like,
Yeah. That's what you're supposed to be.
yeah, like even when I'm sleeping, I try not to.
Yeah.
So that's recommended, or
Yeah. You're doing the right thing. And look, your tattoos have healed up great. So
Yeah.
whatever you're doing, just keep doing it.
okay, sounds good. Yeah.
We'll see you next time. Clean up my mess. Buying all those old school shoes, maybe apprentices.
Yeah, well, with a much better system where they don't have to do that. I would be tattooing like when I was an apprentice. I could be tattooing like I am now, and my boss would finish, and then he'd be like, "All right, clean up my station." And I'd have to stop what I was doing. Yeah,
So that must have.
Yeah.
The client must have done what?
oh yeah, it sucked. It was so dumb.
You think, yeah, at least they have more common sense, but at least common sense then, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Not these people.
Oh,
See
no,
ya.
Common sense
See
is
ya.
very hard to find sometimes.
Their brains are well fried,
Yeah.
years of substance use.
That's like,
Ego.
like when I got my first ones, I got. I think it was one of those, pop up overnight bikie ones.
Yeah.
The guy was obviously off his head on marijuana when I got them done. And they faded pretty much within a week.
Yeah.
I went back there and he going, did you do this and do that? And I go, no. And he started to get angry at me. And oh, gee, I'm going to end up out the back in the garbage bags if I keep doing this. I was lucky when I first got them, but now I'm comparing the stuff I've got since. It's like,
Yeah. You got anyone else, Tom?
Got someone else too, so have to pack up, set up, have something to eat.
Yep.
Robot by the arcade machine, what's he from?
What was that?
The purple robot over there by the arcade machine, what's he from?
Oh, that's from Neon Genesis Evangelion. Well, yes, it's technically not a robot. It is.
Okay, so it's technically not a robot.
It is. Uh,
It's hard.
how do we describe?
Yeah, like even watching the show.
Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, okay, it's one of those sort of things too.
it's like a clone of a alien
The manga
creature.
kind of describes.
I've seen bits and pieces of, I've seen the show, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a very long time, so.
Yeah, it's an alien clone human hybrid.
Yeah,
Biomechanical sort of thing.
Yeah, with the soul of main character's mother.
yeah,
Quite an elaborate sort of,
yeah,
so it's female.
yes,
Soul. Well,
Yeah.
I guess it's built from Lilith.
yeah.
It was cool anyhow. So all this stuff is yours that's in here, or?
Pretty much. There's a lot.
Like even, I noticed in the one over there, wrestling, so. Yeah, like, well, since I saw my first Godzilla film that like
Nice look.
showed me photos, I should say.
Yeah.
But it's just like, wow, if he ever wants to get rid of it, he knows who to
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, it just says like, yeah, over there, every kaiju was a household name, you know, every
Yeah.
He said, I'm pronouncing the names right, which means, okay, cool.
Yeah. Now, do you particularly need a lunch break now, or
Not really, no.
no? Because I might just push forward and keep going. Because, like, yeah, I don't think the body's not going to take us too long. So I might just keep going. Just let me know when you want to take a break.
And then you might need a toilet break.
Yeah, no worries. Whenever you're ready, I'll wrap your leg up.
If possible, like grab it now.
Yep.
In a way, I feel it kind of building, so I think
Yeah, yeah.
I'll get it out of the way just before I do it.
Let me just finish
Yeah, you're right.
this
Do whatever you
section
gotta do
I'm
there.
doing
Yeah,
here.
not busting, but I thought, yeah, I'll just get it done while. Yeah, no, I don't really need a lunch break or anything.
Yeah, nice.
Most of the time I just usually drink. I keep getting told my skin absorbs it well, so.
Yeah, no, you're really easy to tattoo, actually.
I'm happy to hear that. Got so many more friends. So. Yeah, you guys are going to get all my business.
All right. Cool. Just wipe you down, and I'll wrap your leg up.
Oh, see, I'm just trying to read sheep squat.
Sheep squatch, yeah, that's another Fallout thing.
Oh, okay. Stand up or?
Just put that there first,
Yeah.
and then glad wrap. Why are you so painful to use? Yeah. All right, you can stand up, and I'll sort of wrap this around as you go. There you go. Yeah, that'll do. No worries. What are you doing now, Michelle?
We're gonna do a little ocarina.
Cool.
One of my Zelda-type pieces. Yeah. Is that it today, Tom? No, not at the moment. I'm just working out everything. Have I spoken to you since I decided I hate Etsy? A little bit. Yeah. A little bit. Did you get coupons? Yeah, I went for them instead. Cool. Is that a trick any better? I'm not sure just yet. I think someone's gonna order a commission soon, so that'll be really good. Nice. But like, yeah, I guess just the benefits and pamphlets for Etsy. Yeah. Don't really do anything for me anyway. I show other people to find my work. Like, people would favorite things, but that would never sort of like convert into sales. So all my sales would
You're just paying like that Etsy fee and they're not really buying much. I guess.
yeah. And like the cut they take from me as well. So it's just like, oof.
How does that buy? Do they take like a bit of a cut or is
It
it not that?
depends. So you can sort of sign up to their like gold subscription where it just charges you like transaction fee or through like PayPal or whatever. But there's always going to be that handful.
Kind of hungry, but also like at a point where I'm like, just keep going. Yeah, just get it done.
What have you got? Just the yellow?
Yeah, pretty much. The yellow.
Just basically blasted in.
Exactly.
I don't think she's jumped ship.
And go get some lunch.
But she was saying, yeah, Etsy, same sort of thing.
Probably got like an hour worth of work left, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
so
she's
she's
done some before.
she's had one before
Yeah.
on, what was it? She did some little cute fan art stickers and it wasn't too much.
Yeah.
It was just like a few like small ones and yeah, that just got construct. She's like, oh.
Alright, man.
And then she found these
Unwrap it again, or?
Oh, no, just hop up and then I'll unwrap it.
time Etsy takes part
Yeah.
shipping and
It's
stuff.
not worth it.
Alright.
I haven't looked at Codify just yet, but it might change and said that they used it for podcasts. So it sounds like you can do a lot of stuff with it.
Yeah, it's sort of everything all in one, right? It's sort of like I guess, wall where all of your stuff that you post pops up. And then, yeah, you've got your shop, you can use it like a Patreon as well. So it's sort of like everything in one, which is great.
That's good. It's a win-all spot.
Yeah.
We can just find things easy.
Yeah. So, I'm happy with the decision.
Wouldn't mind from work, but it's start in 24 hours. It's good working, but I don't need to be reminded on my days.
Yeah.
I had a quick one through, so that's I mean, a bit later. Depends how long we go. I'll just take a quick snack break. Yeah. Meetings where I sort of finished a little bit earlier and then I looked at the clock and I was like, oh, we're almost finishing.
No,
No. I was just never thinking about the money frame. I'm like, getting stuck into
I can see him up on the screen.
how was
I think he's pretty
your
much disappeared. I don't think they use him anymore.
What's that?
Ronald.
Right, yeah, they don't really. I mean, all the other characters are definitely gone. Like
Yeah. I always wondered what the hell Grimace was meant to be.
a giant purple butt plug, apparently.
Yeah. What's the, yeah. Something wrong, I don't know, David Letterman, he was making jokes, he has Grimace. Gets into a mating season, breaks into the bloody furniture store and tries to make a thing about it. Yeah, butt plug. That's pretty much it, isn't it, really?
same thing as Jessica. I've been getting cookies.
Yeah, Rodney Ruby did his big spiel on the Hamburglar. Hamburglar, he ain't a burger's asshole. He says, oh, I picture I shagged him in prison in 1978. So this one disappeared because that old clown
Because it's terrifying.
Yeah, at one point. And we were like, they said, yeah, when it came out, like
Yeah.
Association of Clowns in America wanted it banned because it was contributing to the fear of clowns. And
Yeah.
I think it was Letterman or Conan or what said, no, the clowns are contributing to the fear of clowns. When you have to paint a smile on.
Yeah.
One Chinese quote, nothing scarier than a clown after midnight. I was wondering when the guys created the turtles, I thought, oh, let's put her in a jumpsuit. So I wonder if it was a part of their own sort of fetish.
It's probably just easier to draw.
Oh, true, yeah, that's true. Yeah, suit is like a suit.
Although, is she in the jumpsuit in the comic?
No, I don't think she is. I think that was just for the anime.
Yeah, I think it's probably just like, oh, we need something easy to animate. And like, none of the turtles are yellow, so we got to go with yellow.
Yeah, yeah, true. Because yeah, I think even in the comics she started off as a computer program.
Yeah.
I remember like, the original comics were so dark and
Yeah.
violent, like their sole purpose was to kill Shredder.
Yeah.
The only reason people got him dead and gone. Yeah. I think she might have been like worked for Baxter Stockman to be in the comics. Yeah, I'm assuming. Yeah, you probably got it right. I'd say so. It would have been easier to draw, but it becomes so iconic.
Yeah.
Which is weird when they drew her in the animated series without it.
Yeah. No, it's all right. I'm going to get lunch after I finish this. So. But thank you anyway.
Giant turtle and Catman.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Raph. I want to get all the other ones, but I have nowhere to put them.
Maybe bid on the higher end sort of price.
Yeah, I think it was like $200.
Not bad.
Yeah, it was pretty decent. We bought that.
What it is. So,
I got that at Supernova one year.
okay. Yeah, I mean, like, I know some people go, oh, well, I think for what you get, it's pretty decent.
Yeah, and it's really posable. And it's got like different hands and stuff that you can change up.
Those big ultimates.
Yeah.
I noticed, yeah, the comic pop reveals they've done like a really cool Universal Monsters combined
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles set. Because I know they did them a while back, but these are really nicely detailed and these are awesome. The April combined with the Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, that's cool.
And Bride of Frankenstein is one of my favourite characters. She's got her tattooed up on my arm.
Nice.
I think they're two of my favourite characters. I've got to get that. Sweet as Van Helsing or something.
That's pretty cool.
And then, of course, the turtles are four of the iconic monsters.
Yeah.
Did that a lot with turtles, they didn't they? From the Star Trek ones.
Oh yeah, they did Star Trek ones. They did wrestling ones.
That's right, they did too, yeah.
They obviously did the samurai ones.
That sort of stuff, yeah.
Currently, there's Cobra Kai sets as well.
Oh yeah, that's like we got one word.
Yeah.
That's one of the Cobra Kai, yeah. And then what? Later live action where they had a female one.
Yes, Venus.
Venus, yeah. Funny enough, she had breasts.
Yes, that was weird.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some people that thought,
Turtles shouldn't have boobs. It's a weird.
because it's the shell.
Yeah.
Shape it. And then there was that. Did you ever see that thing that coming out of their shells, the musical thing they did?
No.
When they were huge,
Yeah.
but it's just one of those so bad it's good.
Right.
If you ever look the song,
I have to check it out.
it was a stage show, touring stage show, and it was
I think maybe I have seen some clips of it actually.
But, Shredder's doing a rap called I Hate Music. It's just, you got to see it to believe it.
That's great.
And April has a big power ballad. And the songs are just so corny but great.
That's great.
And the Turtles are all kind of a bit of a early 90s sort of
Yep.
neon sort of thing going on.
That's cool. I should check that out.
Yeah, it's all over YouTube, obviously. But, I don't think it's had any sort of official release after VHS was it.
Yeah.
And even they were embarrassed by it.
Yeah, probably just try and be like, let's just forget about it.
Yeah, bury it like I kind of think it's kind of like considered like the holiday special stuff.
Yeah.
Why not embrace it?
Yeah. The other week, Tom and I were watching, what was it, like 80s and 90s training videos?
Oh, some of those.
They're amazing.
Yeah. They're gold, some of
The Blockbuster one was great because it was like talking about the opportunity of sales and things. And so like there's this one girl being haunted by this talking television set that's like, that's got this guy and he's like, no, see what you should have done there is you should have said they could get this thing as well. And
it's just so overly done.
yeah.
So,
It's funny.
and the way they react is like,
Yeah.
I've seen a Hungry Jack's one too of that, and that was great.
Oh yeah.
And like the woman, like the manager in the video, was just so creepy. Because she's just so too friendly, and
Yeah.
it was like even when she was being nice, she sounded threatening. And it's like, you could have done it this way. Oh, that's a good job. And even when she was doing that, it's like, I'm
Yeah.
not trust you. You're gonna put a knife in my back and walk away. Apparently, I saw some. It's called. There's a YouTube channel where he covers lost media and stuff. And
Okay.
apparently, there was like in the 90s, certain companies were using video games for training.
Okay.
Like, it was say a Hungry Jack training video game, and show you the situation you had to deal
Yeah.
with. And they said that they were so hilariously bad. I'm sure that's a good way to get a lot of kids to
Yeah,
get a job.
yeah.
They get to play a video game.
Tricking you into learning.
Like that advert now, how can we trick kids into thinking learning's fun? No one wants learning to be fun. Like when you're a kid, when you get presents, and you'd always put the soft ones aside.
Yeah, you know,
You
yeah.
like
Clothes.
Parents would always want you to know what you thought of them. Or I used to open them first to
Yeah.
get that out of the way.
You should be sorry. How dare you? You come in here and you want a tattoo.
You're paying money.
Yeah.
You ever refused anybody like that had a design that was so stupid or offensive?
There's things I've said no to. Yeah. I mean, one of the first people to inquire when we opened the studio in the first place wanted a portrait of Hitler. And I was like, no.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, no, it wasn't even they. They didn't want it. Their son wanted it. I was like, no.
No, thank you. Yeah, because the last guy, where he used to live in North Queensland for a while,
Yeah.
the Munsters one guy, this guy said if he had one guy wanted him to do what Colby Colton giving Michael Jackson giving Colby Colton a reach around.
Oh God.
And he just shook his head and said, yeah,
No.
guy, get out of here. And then they said they had this one guy that came in like so many times and wanting, first he wanted swastika and then he
Yeah.
wanted the SS. And
Yeah.
they kept saying, get out of here. And then he wanted KKK and he said, oh, it's not that, it's from my son or something.
Sure. His name is Kevin Keith.
Kevinson or something. I'm sure you get some old school who do anything pretty much.
Oh yeah. Hi guys, how are you? How can we help you?
We just want to do that.
Sure. I'll just get someone to have a chat with you. Hey Tom, are you free at the moment? No. Okay. It's just some people walked in.
Hey, I'm going to help you with. Yeah. So it costs $100, but those things fade really quickly. It costs $100, but those things fade really quickly. Yeah, like they don't last. They look cool because that's a nice fresh tattoo. It's really thin line and stuff. Like they don't stay like that. Lines and tattoos get bigger, and they'll fade away.
Just like this size.
Yeah, the smaller you make it, the worse it is. So that would cost you $100. I'll do it, but yeah, no, that's as much as it does. It cost me as much to set up for a big tattoo as it cost me to set up for a small tattoo. Yes, it's permanent.
You have a
No, we don't do non-permanent tattoos.
you make now.
No, I've got another booking today, and I'm pretty booked out for a while. So those sort of tattoos, you want to message the store probably in the day of or leading up to when they're available, and seeing if we have any time. Yeah, yeah, no one's available today.
Thank you so much.
See you guys.
See you guys.
You want a portrait of Hitler, I guess.
Yeah.
White supremacist, I guess.
Yeah. It just made me laugh because like you walk in here, why would you think that this is the place that's going to do
Yeah,
that
you sort of
tattoo?
you can just walk in and look at everything in here,
And then like also just the fact that they wanted it, like their son asked them to like ask about it, like, Mom, can you ask about the Hitler tattoo?
I just picture my mum's face saying, everyone saying to us, can you go ask inquire about a Hitler tattoo for me?
So dumb.
My mum would probably tell me to F off. Rightfully so. I'm sure she could find some place around here that'll do it, I mean. Well, I can't mean that, even no matter how well it's done, it still represents,
Oh,
where
it's-
did you get that done?
yeah.
You say where you got it done, I'm not going there if they do that.
Yeah, exactly.
And really, and like you said, it doesn't really fit into the vibe. Really,
Also, you know, like, I'm not interested in tattooing anyone who would want that. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. One of history's greatest monsters. Oh, yeah.
yeah, great.
Yeah, one of the, where I lived in North Queensland, there's a guy in the same place where he had swastika tattoos and
Yeah.
he just asked him for trouble. Stuff there, the population of the islanders and,
Oh, yeah.
and indigenous Australians was massive, and yeah. Just advertising that,
Yeah, I can think of better ways to spend my time than.
Oh, definitely.
Like a big Tetris.
And then you've got my prejudice don't like movies now.
Yeah.
Like you can look at somebody and someone's judging just with their
Yeah.
colour or they choose to live their life a different way. It's like,
I'm doing mine on Friday. When will you do it?
It kind of snuck up on me pretty quick.
as long as you're not hurting what
To
with
be
anybody
honest,
in
I was
life, do what you
thinking
want.
Well, yeah.
so I get, all the bits and pieces like art cake. Cake to come through, this and that, and then I just kind of forgot.
Just get one of us to tattoo you, Michelle.
What, sorry?
Just get one of us to tattoo you.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just thinking about tax though. I haven't done anything with that yet.
Get Alita to do it.
Well, that's my tax is
Yeah, I
paid.
definitely will.
My tax is paid for this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Dr. Evil man's got tax return.
Yeah.
Too.
Yes.
And I don't smoke, drink, or do anything like that. So
Yeah, you might as well.
This is my voice. So. Instead, I think at the beginning my mum was a bit like, oh, but now I think because
Yeah.
I'm spending on something that I enjoy, and
Yeah.
Different angle if you like.
it's so cool to be able to show your family something.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Like, in the end, I think the only place where I probably won't get any done is my hands or my face.
Mhm.
Everywhere else I can go to probably end up getting something.
Yeah.
What do you think of the size and the angle?
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, as long as that little
Yeah.
pedal comes in, I think we should all be good.
Maybe stand towards the windows, like face towards the windows. I like this place. I definitely have a gap there. There's another gap there, which is good. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, that one's good.
You're 100%.
I am too.
I think the plan is I'm getting the big ones first, or the
Yeah.
tattoos, and then fill them in stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Just find some space.
Yeah. Like I said, one of my goals is to get one, at least one done by everyone in here.
Yeah. So what? You probably just got Casey
I
left.
think Casey's, yeah, last one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking to her the other day, and getting Harleen, so yeah.
Mhm.
She's got a long waiting list.
Yeah, she does.
I said, that's fine, I'll give you time to work something out.
Yeah.
I've got a folder on my phone, and every time I think of something, I chuck the picture in there.
Nice.
Like I said, if you ever do it for me, anything up, I'll probably jump onto that one.
I'll let you know.
Cool.
I think it's the other mushrooms, like sit in the wing of the back.
Oh yeah. Nice. Nice little space. Cool. That's alright. Would you like a pillow or anything?
Maybe.
Yeah, there's one someone else has done.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah. Sliding it, sort of pulling up it.
Yeah.
Because in the movie, she's got sort of the two distinctive looks from the first to the second.
Yeah.
other sort of pin-up ideas you have, or that you want to do? Or?
Yeah, there's probably a few. I can't remember off the top of my head who else I was gonna do, but I just did a Xena one.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah,
That one was a lot of fun, so I want to tattoo that at some point. Hopefully, someone wants that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just kind of think of it, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah,
Watching something.
Yeah.
Things up, hey, that was like a great. It's just an endless stream of like,
yeah, that one was fun to do.
it's hard. It's half the fun would be coming up with the idea. And,
Yeah. There's probably a bunch that I started and just never finished.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, oh, no, this idea's not working out.
yeah.
But for the most part, I usually finish them. The problem that I have is a lot of the time, I will be like, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to draw something.
Yeah.
And then I will struggle to work out what to draw until about 10:30, like 11 o'clock at night, where I'm like, oh, now I finally know what I'm going to do, but now I need to go to sleep. So
Feeling tired,
I'll start it, I'll quickly get as much down as possible, and then I'll pick it up the next day.
I guess when it turns out good, it's like,
Yeah.
it's working, Some obviously are more happy with how they turn out than others.
Yeah.
Our girl in the cabinet as well, sort of in the front.
Yes.
Is that black canary?
Yeah. Those are mine. I bought those years ago.
I've got a big ivy one like that.
Yeah.
Probably that cool as the Raphael there.
Yeah. That's cool.
You know, read about DC, particularly Gotham City, how many doctors become villains.
Yes.
Dr. Harlan Quinlan, Dr. Cameron Marcy, Dr. Crane.
Yeah. What's the other guy?
Hugo Strange.
Yeah, Hugo Strange is the one I was thinking of.
Few of them. Most
Yeah.
bar like, I think the main sort of, Joker.
Yeah.
The Joker could be for all we know, because his background's pretty unknown. But like Riddler, Penguin,
Yeah.
probably don't know or not. And even Spider-Man, really got Dr. Octopus.
Yeah, Spider-Man has a lot of villains that are scientists that lost control of their creations and just made them insane, or people who are just stuck in suits.
Yeah, because I remember they did an exam when they did a Batman villains versus Spider-Man villains, and they said usually Spider-Man villains are created by accident.
Yeah.
Whereas Batman villains got some sort of tragic backstory.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Freeze is another one. He's a
Yeah.
doctor. Like Captain Cold, that's the Flash villain, I think.
Yeah.
I believe he was before Freeze, I think. And, most people think it's the other way around.
Yeah. Well, Freeze wasn't always Dr. Freeze either. He was actually only named Dr. Freeze for the 60s series, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Before that, it was something else.
And apparently too, when they originally pitched it, coming up with Poison Ivy and Two-Face were meant to be in it. But apparently they considered Two-Face would be too gruesome for that.
Yeah.
I don't know why Poison Ivy wasn't in it. I thought Lucille Ball would have been perfect for it.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy for that.
That would have been great.
I love the old 60s series.
Yeah, I love that series.
Started my love of superheroes. Julie Newmar as Catwoman.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's 3 Catwomen. There's Julie Newmar and Eartha Kitt.
Merriweather.
Yeah.
And Lee Merriweather was the second Woolly Monster as well. Not the original series, but she was in the Monsters TV series.
Yeah.
Eartha Kitt was a good
Whereabouts were you?
Yeah, I like Eartha Kitt.
Back in the car?
And then you had that second Riddler and John Aston.
Yes,
That Frank Goshman, he was like,
Dorset's great.
he's so manical and
Yeah.
scary. And yeah, that, all those original sort of great villains were great. I mean, Cesar Romero. And
Oh yeah.
I read somewhere, I can't remember the exact story, but Adam West said he used to picture this backstory for the Joker when he was playing again, and it was really dark and demented. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I'm going to read it and go, geez, Adam West, what is
Yeah, that's cool.
dark bloody thing going there? So Boots now on or something?
Have you seen Return to the Batcave?
Yes.
That's so good.
That was, yeah, Frank Goshman just before he passed.
Yeah. And Eartha Kitt.
That was the epic. I can't remember what his name was. Jeremy Newmar's still going.
Mm.
They did those couple of animated ones with Adam West and Burt Ward. You ever see those?
No, I don't think I saw those.
And the cool thing, that first one, they had a 60s Harley.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Of course, yeah, she kind of looked like a go-go dancer type.
Yeah.
Still looked like a very cool design, you know. And then they had the Batman Beyond movies where they had Harley's granddaughters.
Mm-hmm.
The Dee thing.
Batman Beyond's one of those ones that I watched a little bit of,
Yeah.
but I was like, I just don't care enough. Like,
Yeah, I was
It
kind
did suck, but his voice casting was so bad.
yeah.
Like they made him sound way too young.
the Return of the Joker movie was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the same. It was kind of
Like, why do I care about this guy?
yeah, it was too science fiction-y for me almost. Like, me Batman. Not. But yeah, the Return of the Joker movie was really good. But other than that, yeah. And then they did that Spider-Man 2099 and things like that.
Yeah.
They never quite wrapped it in there, you know. Someone asking on the live stream, maybe you're not done yet.
Not yet.
No, not yet. Someone that hasn't been tattooed before.
Yeah, maybe. Or just someone taking the piss.
Yeah.
Probably someone who knows me who's like,
Everyone question always asking, does that hurt?
yeah.
I said, well, do you think it would hurt me? And how can they answer that?
Well, I mean, when we were tattooing at Oz Comic Con, people constantly asked, "Is that real?
Yeah.
Is that a real tattoo?" I'm like, yes.
No, I'm just sitting here doing this stuff. Like the whole that does it. It's like, well, it depends on what you're getting.
Yeah.
When you get it done, your tolerance for pain. So many factors. Yeah, I think I got asked if it's real about bloody 20 times. And one lady kept coming back and asking the same, over and over. I don't think people are expecting to see that.
No.
They're going to do that again next year, or?
Yeah, I think so. I quite. I like doing it. It's good advertising for the
It's a good
studio.
experience still, I thought. Enjoyed it. And it was my first time going to something like Comic Con too.
Just be like, oops, it fell in the bin. Oh no.
Is that what happened to yours, Paul?
I'm still using the same one I've been using for ages. Like it
Yours is
lasts.
nice and firm. I used it the other day.
Yeah, but mine is like from before that stuff came out.
No.
It lasts ages. That's the biggest problem. Is that like takes forever to get through.
It looks huge. You can look at her on the live stream. But
Yeah,
it's, like, it's not quite the same though.
It's come together quite
It's a
nicely.
pretty good size. Yeah, the picture, the live stream doesn't quite do it, the
Yeah.
justice. But
You finished already, Antonio?
Yeah, just finished.
Sweet.
Do you have a math teacher? Do you have some?
I have a little bit left. So I think I should be wrapping up.
Michelle is a voyeur, is what we've learned today. Michelle, stop looking in people's windows. Yeah, it is weird. That's why I'm telling you to stop. Yeah, Michelle is a voyeur. That's. Yeah, they are coming soon. I think the other guy needs them. He's the one you should be worried about. I like to think of that guy being like, this girl keeps looking at me. Every time I look out the window, she's there.
Again, the Simpsons when Bart stuck with his broken leg.
Yeah, it's like a rear window
Yeah,
situation.
and that guy, oh, that creepy little thing. Bart starts to lose it.
Yeah.
He's like, it's St. Swimming's Day already.
It's a swimming's day.
Here's the funny egg.
All right, I'll help.
He's in the looking in the, there you go, he was it lettuce, and it's like human head.
Yeah.
He's going to kill Rotten Todd. That's horrible. In principle.
Rod, Todd, this is God. Walk through the wall. I will remove it for you. Later.
This is God-free.
That's right.
Can you introduce me to Zach? What I like his stuff. And then they've obviously edited video. Sweet.
Yeah, sweet. Can. The clock is changing in the background.
And when they, Mr. Simpson, you're silent, only incriminate any light there, and you can see the
Yeah.
tracking line.
No, Mr. Simpson, no.
You'll take your own ground on me.
It's just in. Homer Simpson sleeps in an oxygen tent, which he believes gives him strange sexual powers. That's only a half truth.
And when you're there and they're showing the, what is that, infrared, that's Homer Simpson stewing in his own juices. Improv at the 80s, improv at the evening at the improv, they make fun of nothing but the 80s.
Yes.
He missed T right now. Okay, Mr. T and E.T. had a baby. I think he'll pull it down. Oh, he missed T right now.
So dumb.
He's got the towel wrapped around him and stuff, and then he's like showing his eyes.
That's right.
He's saying gummy so much. Saying gummy so much. Seeing how can boys. the
Pop rocks and
yeah,
Coke.
Pop rocks, yeah. With the big explosion.
I love this force field holds the sourest gummy ever.
Yeah.
Did you just eat it?
His face is just all positive. Is it necessary for you? It wouldn't be if you were willing to sit in a corridor wheelchair. So many classic moments, so quotable. Can't say I've seen a new episode in a long time, though.
Yeah, I haven't watched any episodes in ages.
It's not. Well, it's still entertaining, but it's just not quite.
I think Family Guy is the problem because you can see that as soon as Family Guy came out, that's where the dip changes.
Yeah.
And
Kind of, yeah.
and you can see that they do more weird, wacky flashback kind of things.
Trying to keep up with
Yeah.
the guy when they shouldn't be, because they shouldn't have stuck to their own things.
Also, that's also around the same time that Futurama comes out, so it's like the sort of
It's competition now.
yeah. Even though it's like still graining, it's like we've shifted focus, so now
Whereas, like that grain can only have, you can't put everything into the system.
Yeah.
And suddenly there's competition, they're not just only one town.
Yeah.
But then again, like, Family Guy hasn't seen a new episode of that in ages.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's gone the same way.
Family Guy's very hit and miss estimate at times. Like,
Yeah, it's too broad.
Sometimes it's just like with some of the jokes they do where they're trying to be edgy. It's like
Yeah,
you're only doing that for that. It's not like
yeah.
funny.
It became that also just kind of became a parody of itself,
Yeah.
and just became flashbacks. It's like
Oh yeah.
a 20-minute show of just flashbacks.
I remember on South Park they pointed that out.
Yeah,
Pretty much all the humour was based on flashbacks.
yeah,
Really, it's true. Because I was, I think they thought we were watching Family Guy, and they kept there's just with flashbacks and flashbacks.
yeah.
Cutaways and whatever they do.
Yeah.
Just sometimes they just get a little too mean spirited with some of the things they do.
Yeah.
Which I've got nothing against, but in the end, it's Futurama's coming out, I believe.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be doing another series of
I
Futurama.
remember there was a little debate for a while because Bender,
Yeah.
was asking for more money. Which I guess in the end he doesn't really need it, but if they don't want to match his price,
Yeah.
he doesn't have to do it because he can do work else.
Also, he clarified that like he was like, this is about paying us what we're worth, not.
And I think they actually hadn't had a raise.
Yeah.
Because I remember the Simpsons cast did that once too. They went on essentially threatened not to do it because they hadn't had a raise in like 20 years.
Yeah.
And that's all I look at. People go, they get paid. They get paid this huge amount of money. But obviously, if they're making that money for the studio.
Yeah, exactly. It's not so much about what they're getting paid; it's about how much they're making off of them.
Yeah, because they would be paying them that money unless they're making multiple.
Exactly.
Like, it's like when they say, Michael Jordan gets paid $80 million to endorse shoes.
Yeah.
They'd be making 100 times that off him. They wouldn't be paying him that.
Yeah. It's not even like, it's like you think about actors and you're like, yeah, like they probably shouldn't, like, for what the job that they're doing, the actual work that they're doing, they don't need millions and millions of dollars. But it's the fact that they're making billions of dollars off of what they're making, they're going to get their cut of it.
And what Drew Barrymore said once, she said, on average, sometimes she was doing 6 days a week and 13 hours
Yeah.
a day. And she,
They work ridiculous hours too.
and
Like,
she said, it's not as easy as everyone makes it out to be.
all right, April is done.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm going to get some photos,
Yes.
turn the stream off, and wrap you up.
If I could, I'll get some photos taken.
Yeah, absolutely. So just give me a sec. I'll
Yeah, no problem.
just end our stream there. Thank you for anyone still watching, and enjoy the rest of your days.